You're going to do your forward waltz, lead foot, 2, 3. Drift apart. He's going to do his waltz in place. She backs up. Now you're going to be through twinkle, so that's going out to the wall, 2, 3. And now you're going to pick up to the line, 1, 2, 3. So you do your through twinkle. It's basically a half turn, just like any time other when you do a through twinkle. So do it one more time. Facing the other way would be really nice. Forward waltz, drift apart, through twinkle, and pick up. Okay? It's just a little sequence. So they're going to start in a semi-closed position with a trailing foot free after they've done, like for instance, a hover. So they're both going to step through with their trailing foot. Now, through hover to banjo means somebody's going to have to turn around to get to banjo. So that means, guess what, ladies, it's you. He's going to step forward, but he's going to create turn for you. And he's going to recover back, and you're going to recover forward to that banjo position. Okay? So through, hover up, and recover to banjo. So he should have a backwards body flow, and the lady should have a forward body flow. Okay? Do it one time on the other side. So that through hover to banjo, 1, 2, 3. He's creating that turn with his upper body rotation and a little bit in the arms, okay? So, but he's gonna step through and turn her so that she turns to that banjo position, okay? So you do your through hover to banjo. Now to get out of that, we're going to do a back hover to semi, so that means he steps back and side, and then he steps out to semi-close. And again, he's creating her turn to semi-closed position by that upper body rotation, and when he takes that second back step, it's a back and side step, so that it's opening the door for her to get turned around, okay? So take your banjo position one more time and show it. So in the back hover, banjo, back hover to semi, 1, 2, 3. Okay, do one time on the other side. So from banjo position, back hover to semi, she goes forward, turn to semi-closed position and recover. Okay. 2, 3, your feet are apart. You don't have your feet together. And when you do this through hover, your feet, go ahead, are apart when you take that third step, actually on all the steps. When you do all 3 steps, your feet are apart. 2, 3, through hover. Feet are apart, feet are apart, feet are apart. You're not bringing your feet together. Now, from banjo position, through hover or back hover to semi. Feet are apart, feet are apart, feet are apart. So you're not taking weight on that foot and bringing it in close to the other feet. You want to make sure that your feet are stepping and you've got a little distance between. There is a
grab a drink.
figure that is in phase 3 that is kind of an equivalent to the progressive twinkle. Okay? And again, it's not one of the true waltz figures because you're not going to close your feet on the end of it. It's another one that your feet are going to be apart, apart, apart. Okay? It's called a cross hover. Okay? So there again, anytime it has this word hover in it, you're going to do that rising action on that second step like a hover does. Okay, it's going to have that hovering action, and it's going to have a recovering action on the third weight change, just like a hover does. Okay? The difference being between a hover and a cross hover is that you're taking a crossing step on the first step instead of a straightforward step. So the men with their left foot will take a forward step crossing as the ladies step back with their right foot in a crossing path. Then he's going to step forward but turn, so it's going to feel like a side step turning, and then he's going to step forward and on a diagonal. So you notice that it turns a quarter like progressive twinkles, except you're not closing your feet. You're taking 3 forward steps. The first 2 steps are very, very much like a progressive twinkle, except the third step, you're not closing your feet, you're stepping out. Okay? So when you do your cross hover, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Get that foot back out of there, Lana. There you go.
That was the next thing. I always go to the next thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget the hovering action on count 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So if you're in sidecar when you start a cross hover, you're going to end up in banjo, just like a progressive twinkle. If you're in banjo when you start it, you're going to go to sidecar. Okay? But you notice that their feet never totally come together. Only on the rise of the hover they could come together and kind of brush as they go by, because the rise will cause your feet to come slightly together. But they're not bringing the feet together to take weight. Okay?
Is there only,
So-
is she put, do you go up on 2 toes, the girls go up on 2 toes, or just the one?
One.
Okay.
The other one's on the floor, but it's not got any weight on it.
But is it on?
Now, he's going to step forward, she's going to step back, but you're going onto the toe, and then she's going back onto the toe, and so is he. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
How's that different from the twinkle again?
Okay, and if they did a progressive twinkle, the difference would be the last step, because they would close their feet. It would be a 1, 2, close your feet on a progressive twinkle. 2, 3. So it stops right there. Progressive twinkle. 1, turn, close. So the progressive twinkles really only travel on the first 2 steps, and then they close because they're a waltz figure. Okay? And they only travel on the first 2 steps, close your feet on the third. So if we do 3 progressive twinkles, it's 1, 2, close. 1, 2, close. 1, 2, close. Okay, I'll go back to sidecar position. And if they do 3 cross hovers, it's going to be travel, travel, travel. Travel, travel, travel. Travel, travel, travel. All the steps travel. on a cross
Instead
hover.
of
That's
stop.
instead of the close in between.